Alright, and we are back with part 11 of my Vampyr walkthrough slash live stream. Anybody who's been in my previous parts, I've been having some technical issues. I've been getting a few game freezes, and I did have a blue screen a while back. The way I'm setting it up is, at my jurisdiction, if I'm playing an hour in and it freezes, I'm just going to go another hour and a half in another part. If we get to a 2-hour mark, I'll probably call it at that point. But, again, if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to fast forward a few minutes into it. Never bothers me, because I understand you probably want to get into the video, get into the gameplay and story. What I was just about to say, if you're here for the live stream, which is every week, Tuesday and Saturday at 11:45 Central Standard Time. If you're in the live stream, comment so I know you're here. The PlayStation interface does not correctly display who's in here. I see my boy Jurassic is here, as always, and I see my girlfriend popped in here too, as always. It makes me so happy and so blessed that people are here for the live stream. And like I said, if you're watching it after the fact, you know, that blows me away too, because, you know, watching a live stream is a little bit more interactive, and I'm always worried that I'm not giving as much entertainment for someone watching it back. That's why I try to talk in, you know, a present and sort of a past tense. So hopefully it's a little bit more enjoyable for you if you sat down and was like, oh, I like this YouTuber, I want to watch his walkthrough. It's still entertaining for you. Part 11 already? That's crazy. Yeah, I know. We might not be on 11 realistically if it wasn't for a few technical issues. Knock on wood. But I knew this would be longer than Prey for sure. I mean, for most of Prey, you're basically by yourself. This one is very character driven, very interactive. Like, even this part, I need to try to find the last 4 people, I think it's 4, that are in the West End that I can't find for some reason. But again, I always give it a few minutes for people for the live stream to pop in. If you're watching it after the fact, feel free to fast forward a few minutes. I'd say about 4 or 5 minutes. It's usually when I start it up. But again, this is my live stream. This is part 11. If you've watched me before, thank you. Feel free to subscribe if you enjoy the story, gameplay, or my personality, because live streaming is something that I'm definitely going to stick with, and hopefully I only improve and get more comfortable at it. Hopefully it'll be better for you guys in the long run. If you want any sort of updates on the gaming streams, you can follow me on TikTok, SgtParson's, the same name. That's where I do all the updates. That's also, you know, I do other content over there, so if you enjoy it or interested, feel free to follow. I will say, I haven't fully come up with a decision on what game I'm playing after. My original plan is I'm going to do an evil playthrough of this after this. So if that ends up happening or not, the game next or the one after that, I am going to put a poll up after my last part of Vampyr, and I'm going to leave it up for a few days. I'm going to put a few games on there. Feel free to vote on it. If no one votes, or if it's a tie, I'll just pick. So be on the lookout for that. I will be uploading that. But as always, we're about 4 minutes in. I'm going to give it a few more, about 30 more seconds, and then we're going to start it up. I think I'm going to stick more closely to the main story, unless there's a side mission I think I can do. We did get an upgrade on our main weapon and our stake, which is making things a bit more manageable. Still not as high level as I'd like to be, but again, being moral in this game, you kind of have to deal with that difficulty, which I've willingly just decided I'm going to do. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with part 11 of my Vampyr walkthrough slash livestream. think the part we left off on, we are going to, I want to say her name is Doris Fletcher, which she has an acting school, and we've put the clues together that she's the kind of the common denominator for these people getting infected. So maybe she has answers, maybe, you know, we'll find out what's her involvement in the, you know, whether it's the virus that's plaguing London or the skulls, all the vicious ones. And I'm glad it actually left us where we left off, right outside of her theater, so we're gonna go right into it. So let's go. What's my waypoint on? I don't, can I, oh, remove, okay, here we go.
It's locked.
Of course it's locked. Why would it not? Of course it's locked. What? Okay. Thought maybe there'd be a side way. Are we gonna have to go all the way around to get into this place? God, this headset itches my ears sometimes. And that's what happens when you get a $20, $30 headset. But hey, it seems to be doing its job. Guess I should have looked at the map. See, I don't even see like a back entrance into the theater. I'm not bashing that headset. It's done its job. It's got me through almost 2 entire walkthroughs of games, but it does itch my ears occasionally. And I'm more worried about making the audio sound good for you guys.
It's on to us.
You want to try that? Your friend didn't do. He didn't do so hot. I'm trying to pick up this. All right, I guess I'll come back for that. Damn, he hold 5 bullets. Thank you. I don't know what other way we can get in.
I cannot enter.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. Could put 2 and 2 together there. Oh, these are the level 27 people. Ah! Scoot, I gotta go. Ah. Ow.
Remember your vows.
Oh, okay, way to just ignore my punch. It's bad I didn't even look at my health bar during that fight. See, my new weapons are making me just a tad too confident. It's gonna get me in trouble. I was hoping maybe This is literally just another way to this area. I was hoping there was a way to get to the theater from here. Or a place that I could like do the whole poof thing to.
There's an open window on the second floor. I should be able to get in through that.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. I never would have seen that. I'd have ran around here forever. I'm glad Jonathan says that occasionally, because I'd be just running around. Very interested to see what Doris's part she's playing in all this.
Woe to you, nations of villains. For in front of you stands the tall queen. You can but lower your head. Fit only to...
Can that be Doris Fletcher's voice? Where does it come from?
Hello. I love how that music just revved up. Oh, it still kind of caught me. I'm gonna fall down here. I want to see if this door opens.
tall queen. You can but lower your head. Fit only to smirk at her soiled feet.
She doesn't look well down there. Yeah, she's definitely not doing well.
The tall queen. You can but lower your... Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
I'm here to put an end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
Ah. But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more. All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be. Until then, all shall die, for that was her final wish. Come to me, my servants! Avenge!
Oh, cool. And she got people that...
Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she.
Okay.
Will she be
Yeah, that's a
queen
good-
again once
good
they
attack.
share her fate?
And that drains my stamina? That is not... What is that?
Might let your hand shaking. Arise and save your queen, my slave. I smell your fear.
That's not gonna be good, is it?
Woe unto fear and obey, for your queen commands you. Attack!
What is up, Phantom? Ow.
I summon thee, my children of the night. Fight! Maim! Spit! Kill! Arise and save your queen, my slave.
That's gonna hurt. Okay, there's a bunch more.
Your blood will be mine. Come to me.
That's not good. Where's my... Yeah, upgraded pistol.
My servants, avenge me!
Of course, this damn thing ain't ever reloaded. Come on. Yeah,
Wait. I beg you, wait.
What?
I don't want to die.
And I did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then, Doctor?
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she sweet and tender?
To me, yes.
Ah! I hate her already.
I know. And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
But you just said...
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
You were Doris Fletcher. The greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
And farewell. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Farewell, Doris.
Bravo! So dramatic. I love it.
McCullum!
How strange I seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm sure we'll have a little chat. You and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. But I'll let you go. For now.
I should probably leave the theater right now. The West End should be safe now. But London is not. It would be wise to benefit from the Ascalon's protection while I continue my research during the Great Hunt.
Yeah, Doris's abilities are creepy. I wonder the saber that I got from her. I wonder if I upgraded if it's better than the saw that I have. I wonder. Because apparently Clay Cox's hatchet that we got when we embraced him, apparently if you upgrade it, it's extremely powerful. I didn't like the stamina it took to wield it. Plus the bone saw kind of matches the whole doctor thing going on. But this, like, fancy war saber, that could work too. We'll see. She was a lot less difficult.
Want me dead. I need to leave now.
She was a lot less difficult than my sister, Mary. She was a problem. Might be considered an understatement, but alright, let's get out of here. I only went into that with like 800 XP. I left with 3,000, so.
So Doris just needed to be close to her audience to inflict them. Contagion through skin. Very disturbing.
Still can't get into that door for some reason.
It's locked, all right.
Make sure I'm not going a really backwoods way. Yeah, I think I can just follow this all the way around. Just don't know if I'll meet any of the vampire hunters on the way. Yeah, see, that vampire's gonna be a problem. Did he bite me? Dang. Interesting. See, that's the thing too, like when it comes to all these vampire powers, everybody has some pretty cool ones. I don't really like Mary's, where she had like the explosive vomit, and Doris had that stretchy arm thing. I'd hope I'd get something like Jonathan where I could still just be myself. Oh man, gonna go all the way around. So I fought them for nothing. I would hope for just like Jonathan's ability. At least Mary's, you can still look like a person. So why are we loading? I was just here. What is up, Zach?
Let it go home.
Yes, that skill is literally a must-have for. And you know, it might not be super useful when I go morally evil and I have more at my disposal, but like, I still think it might be a very vital skill to keep on. But my very like stake stun playthrough, the biting playthrough, yeah, it's crucial, and that's why I don't really upgrade it, because the upgrades cost a lot and they're only like an extra second or two of control. I just need it to stop them for even just 2 seconds to hit them with the stake. Tacos? Tacos sound good. Oh, Zach, you're eating tacos? Lucky. I'm drinking water. Since I feel like eating on the stream, it just kind of came out like really bad audio-wise, so just stick to water or pop. Alright, let's go report our findings to Lord Redgrave. Oh, Lady Ashbury's here?
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
Well, I'm glad that you set a timer. That makes me very, very just appreciated. You set a timer to make sure you could be on my live.
I think we're safe for now. I pursued and killed the last hunter with my own hand as he tried to escape the club.
Cocky much? Where'd he go? Did I miss him? Oh, maybe he's downstairs. Why'd I go upstairs then? Why am I like freaking out? Where is this dude at? Oh. Just chilling looking at the window. Okay.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lancebearer. Please, tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
But some questions remain.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you. One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
I'm not sure I'm the best candidate for such a task.
I can hear the hesitation in your voice, Dr. Reed. I admire a man of principles. But in this matter, there is more at stake than your moral comfort.
It's not a moral question, Lord Redgrave. It's the responsibility of giving immortality to a man I barely know.
Nonsense. Aloysius has been a member of the Ascalon for years. This is but the fruition of a long-held plan.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Before I go, I have a few questions.
All right, I'm listening.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die. And he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
Is there any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance.
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
Yeah, making Dawson an Ekin, yeah, it doesn't seem like a great idea for me either.
Lord Redgrave.
I'm not a huge fan of the idea. But we'll see.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson. To make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
I'd like your advice on the matter.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage and only capable of creating skulls.
Ooh. Ooh, so the top guy can't make more vampires?
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
Or at least he can't make Ekans? That's, so that means my lineage is more prestigious and more powerful than his own.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the Reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor souls survive at all.
How can you be sure the information is correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
Interesting.
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
I mean, he was still connected with William Marshall, but it's crazy to think. Imagine him, he's been the leader for so long, and he finds this young vampire who's got a stronger lineage, and he himself couldn't make anything other than skulls, but we see what I can make, with Mary being the perfect explanation. And she wasn't a vampire for very long, and look how powerful she was. Somebody's jealous. That's why he couldn't go do it himself. The way these vampire loading screens are, they're straight up anxiety inducing. Wonder how far away this mission
It looks
is.
like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
My goal is to complete this mission since it's literally just me going to turn a person. My goal is to beat this mission and then upgrade. So we'll see how this works.
Stay away! Cross the leaves, boys! Murdering bastards!
I seem to be doing alright in the combat department so far. As long as I stay away from the other rogue Ekans, because they are walking menaces. 25, 26, I need to get rid of him first.
Right! Come on, you coward!
It's locked. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood.
I love how, like, the game intentionally is like, hey, I'm going to send you on a path that you can't get into the objective. Like, thank you, sir, for the inconvenience. Why did that not... Okay. Why did that not hit her? Crap. Forgot she can do that.
I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
Maybe. Hey buddy, you stay over there. I don't want anything to do with you. What passage? I don't want to fight that guy. I need the blood.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It's necessary, Jonathan. I don't know how this is gonna get me where I need to go, but we'll see. I guess. No, see, that's... I feel like this is gonna be a bad idea, but let's just do it. I'm guessing I probably had to fight that Ekin that I did not want to fight. Because unlike the Guard of Priwen, I can get away from them. Those vampires are... Those rogue ones are relentless. Yeah, I don't think this did anything. Maybe it did. Maybe I'm just pessimistic right now. No, this literally just put me back up here. Uh-oh. I can make medicine for those other ones now. Do I want to try it? See, I don't know. Oh, crap. Hold up. Alright, we're gonna give it a try. With that being done. Let's give it a go. I'm very excited to see how this weapon works. It takes less stamina to use, it does more damage. Definitely excited. Again, I'm trying to wait till we get to this. Dual wielding would be cool. I think they do that on purpose to hold, keep one hand. To keep one hand for the vampire abilities. Am I gonna have to fight that Ekin? I didn't want to fight because I don't feel super confident in that battle. My rage doesn't do a whole lot of damage to him, but I'm thinking this gotta be the way to go.
Don't you know better?
Can you not? I didn't mean it. Okay, I like this weapon. I like it a lot. I got lucky he focused a lot on using his powers, and I didn't want to see how much any of those attacks would do with him being level 30. I didn't want it to be a one-hit done kind of situation. I do like my new weapon though. But I feel like this tunnel is just going to be riddled with enemies before I get there. Trying to cheat and see if anything's ahead of me. He's so matter of fact when he says it. Whoa, whoa, what? Who is you? I love how this guy just came out of absolute nowhere.
Your blood is now mine.
I don't know. Oh, so he's got that ability. Ow. That stomp. I never see it coming. Ow.
Give me your blood.
sir. I like that absolute surprise attack you gave me there. What was all that? Absolute surprise attack. Okay, check the area. Here we go. Probably supposed to go up there, but I'm over here exploring. Did I get set up or just a concept? See, I mean, I'm no expert in vampire politics, but I think he really does want me to turn this guy, this Dawson, because for one, he can't do it. I don't think he like set me up there. Because he knows the potential power I have. But you never know.
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
I guess we'll look for that later. Wait, did I just... Huh? Oh, they're down here? Well, I mean, if the person's down here, I guess I'll try to find her. Oh, great. Vampire puzzle. I'm not a puzzle guy. I'm not a big puzzle gaming person, so bear with me on this. Can't poof up there. Obviously, I have to use that to get across, but wonderful. Trial and error. And go around and open it from this side, so it's unlocked. What? Alright, what is up with all these level 30s coming out of nowhere? This is not going to be fun. Let me get out of here. There we go. That's going to hurt. And that's what happens when you get ambushed by 4 level 30 vampires. It's a bit of a bummer. Don't really know what other option I had there though. How far back did that kick me? Do I have to redo the... Please tell me I don't have to redo the freaking puzzle. Do I? It's a tad bit unfair. I'm glad I missed all 3 hits. Boom. 3 for 1? See. I knew the shotgun was a good purchase. Now, that being said, I still need to get to where I need to go. Again, how do I get it up another level? Or do I need to lower it down all the way now? See, I walked right past it. I'll be glad when I can upgrade. It's a fun little action part for my vampire stream. We got 2 boss fights. Bunch of action, a little bit of story. I gotta go down to see her, so where? Maybe over here.
You London vampires are so weak!
Dang it. Try to hit the serum quick enough. See, one thing that is annoying is like the weapons that work really well, you know, on like the vampire hunters, they don't do as well. Like the only big damage I was doing to him was the biting. I guess I need to switch to the pistol and try to use that. You know, God forbid I could use the coagulation ability to reload. We'll see. He got me. Let's see. I should have a decent amount of ammo left. Yeah, I got some ammo left. Alright, let's go. Let's go deal with this guy.
Disgusting asshole!
Don't you know better?
Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife!
See, that sword doesn't do nothing to him.
How long are you gonna keep me locked in here?
That hurt.
Let me go, you bastard! Disgusting asshole! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife! How long are you gonna keep me locked in?
Ow.
You're feeble.
Let me go, you bastard! How long are you gonna keep me locked in?
Stupid newborn.
Disgusting asshole! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife!
Why aren't you clipping your streams on for YouTube? I'll be 100% honest. I'll be 100% honest. It's mainly because the last few times that I clipped it, I clipped a few for Prey, I clipped a few for Vampire. They just never seem to do well. I mean, let's be honest for a second. For the most part, in the live stream, the people that show up in the live stream are the ones that show up weekly. So, or every time I streams, which I'm so blessed that I have, you know, regular people that come to watch my stream. But I mean, I can keep doing it. It's just the videos on TikTok seem to not do very well.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
I have to find it. We're gonna have to do either probably next part, like well, how damaged is this area? Stable, healthy, healthy, and healthy. I think I can push not making the medicine right now and trying to re-find all these people before because that's the thing too. When you upgrade, it like resets, or I guess updates the world. I have not. Thank you for that. I haven't really figured. I don't know anything about the YouTube Shorts. I'm not super familiar with the Shorts. Like I said, I've been downloading the whole stream, clipping parts, and putting it on YouTube or TikTok, but those videos never do well. At least not the day or two that they're uploaded. Alright, I would assume there's not much more combat before we get to Dawson, I would think, right? I did go through 2 boss fights, 3 if you count that vampire. Which I wonder if he was supposed to be a boss fight, or if I was just leveled up, he would have been a pushover. But we made it through. His mansion? Which way is his mansion? Girl, I've never been here. So this must be where the extra people that we needed to meet were.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
May I look at your goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Reed. Take all the time you need.
Makes me wonder what I want to buy, though. Like, buy these, but I seem to always need rivets, but I guess medical ingredients is kind of all I need to upgrade, or to purchase. What am I even low in? Clove essence. That's really it. Next playthrough, Phantom. Next playthrough. I really don't need anything from her shop.
I hope you can stay a little longer, Visit.
Good evening.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
Alright, stalk her out.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. On the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser. More serious. It suits you right.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. She'll always remain my sweet.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Kind of doing this vampire sense to see if I can find someone else. Are those vampire hunters? So I don't need to go this way. Yup, we don't need to do that. Unless I have to. Not really.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there's a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes. The situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
Does the name Fergal ring a bell? Fergal Bancher.
Of course it does. Fergal Bancher, the Butcher of Galway. Hung in Dublin in 1857 for murdering more than 20 men with his bare hands. Why are you so interested in dead criminals, sir?
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. My theory is correct. Maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I currently have a few missing persons cases. Miss Tadao Kimura and Miss Louise Teasdale. I'm afraid they may have been abducted by my mysterious maniac.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Our father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
Tell me about Mr. Kimura.
Mr. Kimura is a businessman who has been missing for a few days. He didn't go home, didn't go to work, didn't go back to his family.
Where was he last seen?
Mr. Kimura was last seen at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich. I followed a possible lead in the West End, but I found nothing.
Wonder I can't just tell him I found the chick, but...
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it with just one phone call.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
That's her shop. Nope. So see, Thank you, Jurassic. I'll check that out, because I've been trying to slowly get some of my social media, like, involved. So I'll definitely check the Instagram thing out. See, I want to talk to all these inhabitants. Unknown. Who's that?
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this Camellia may be.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married, now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
Have you ever met the famous Aloysius Dawson?
Yes, a very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
Goodbye, Carol.
Good morning.
Trying to find anyone else that could be around. There's some people.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
That's a heck of a first name.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
What kind of question is that? What am I supposed to answer, exactly?
The truth. And I believe you just did it, actually.
Agamemnon and Pericles? Those are definitely Greek names.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to the city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, see?
May I ask why you've not gone already? You're so exasperated by this long wait.
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
I think both these names are from like the Trojan War.
Who are you waiting for, exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature, scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
Alright, these two people have the skill of saying so much, but so little at the same time.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
Like, what is that?
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing. And for what reason?
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Hello again.
Goodbye.
Okay, so I've found just about everyone. Wonder why the health is so low. These people must be sick then. Just a headache? That wouldn't, I don't think that would bring it all the way up. And a migraine. Who is that? I would very much like to meet this fella.
Jonathan Reed. Last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller, then?
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. For you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
Guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Here is the money.
The hunter. A good heart, in disguise. A liar willing to help for real. An armed man unable to strike.
Trying to find where they just gave me more info on. Oh.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. Cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
How do you measure the amount of...
I told you.
Is it possible?
Vampire's fate is...
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain, the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corruptive.
How
I told you.
Is it possible?
Vampire.
I would rather...
I had to do that so it'd clear away. Alright, so I did all this.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander. Red river, a song in the dark, the whispers of a sound.
Alright. So, I don't know who that last person is, but I think for the most part we met everyone. So let's go ahead and try to meet Dawson.
It's locked, all right.
Just trying to meet Dawson, and then we'll probably do that upgrade and then call it a night. That's my goal. How do I get into his house? Why can't it ever be simple? It just was. Is there... I need to look up, don't I? That's the church. So that's the thing, they don't tell me where his mansion is, they just show the church. That's the hideout. So I'll open it. Well, I plan on getting the notebook. I think I'm gonna get the notebook in the next part. Where does this put me at? Not where I need to go. That's the nicest upgrade bed I've had. Very interested in the notebook, but I want to interact with Dawson before I conclude the part, if I can. Alright, so if that is the castle or the church, where is his mansion? It's in this area. No, it's... I like how it doesn't show me on the map, or it shows me on the map. Can I not, like, set a marker? Wait, at least just give me the general direction. I don't know why it's gotta be like that. Saying I have to go through here? You're joking, right? Wasn't I just here? on. I evaded. Like, this will only be a problem for a minute. By next part, this won't be nearly as big of a problem. I'm contemplating if I want to use a lot of this XP to make the rage more powerful, or improve like my health and stamina and all that stuff. I might try to do both. Try to get more health, stamina, and in the rage ability. Because they seem to be throwing more multiple groups at me. That's a death that could have been avoided. Apparently it's literally right past this area too. Ah, crap. He barely clipped me there. She almost killed me. She really almost killed me. So is it saying like yeah? See, they made me go all kinds of different directions. Why does it say it's right here? Why? This doesn't make any sense. I can't get over there. I don't want to have to fight this dude again. What? I don't understand.
You Londoners are no match for me! Win this, stupid newborn!
Ooh. That was cool. Ow.
Your prey is mine!
Now see that clone right there? That would be super dope. That'd be a dope ability. See, why does it want me to go down here again? I feel like I'm backtracking now, like what? think my waypoint's trying to mess me up. Like, I feel like I'm being toyed with here. I don't want to have to run through all this. Like, you would think you would still be here at the West End. But I still don't know. I don't know because I know where his house is at, but it seems to be locked. And I don't want to keep traveling through these loading screens. Please don't still be here. Okay. We're gonna try this real quick. I thought I was right at the house. I think this marker is putting me at the wrong spot, which is... it's throwing me off. Run through this.
There's something strange and incoherent about everything. So quiet.
I think that's his house right there.
Oh my God! Stay back, please!
that guy straight up didn't play. These guys with the crosses are tough. See, the waypoint was nowhere near where he was actually at. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Sorry this is going on a little long, but I want to do this part so that we can upgrade and be ready. That way, like I said, I don't have to start the video off, oh, let's go upgrade and do all that. Thank you guys for sticking around. I hope you're enjoying this part. I think this part might be one of my favorites that we've done. Just, you know, 2 to 3 boss fights basically, a lot of combat. I think it's a good part.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains, am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
I don't think I'm gonna change. I don't think I'm gonna turn him. I just don't see much of a realistic reason to do it. And like I said, there are 6 parts and a 7th epilogue, so we're in chapter 5, so we're getting there. See, straight ahead, or I guess I might as well check out this place while I'm here.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment. It's locked.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna turn him.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. planned very carefully.
So I'm going to end your life. Do you not wish to discuss the procedure for even a minute?
I don't have a minute to indulge in idle chatter. I can't feel my legs. And the cold. So cold.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast, my family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death, I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity. And a man at peace.
It's locked, all right.
Alright, how did we feel about that? My options were to turn him, which we clearly didn't want to do. Embrace him, which is not this playthrough. So I charmed him into accepting a dignity... I guess a dignitary death? Is that the word for it? And that was the moral option. How do we feel about that? Redgrave is not going to be happy. I better have to fight Redgrave, because I need to upgrade before I do that.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
I'm afraid Mr. Dawson finally chose to embrace life and death as a mortal.
What do you mean?
He has overcome his fear of dying. I let him rest and wait for death to come.
is unacceptable. Go back there and make him the powerful Ekon he's destined to be.
No, Lord Redgrave. As a doctor and as an immortal, I can't. If you wish to make him your progeny, then proceed on your own.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple. I should kill you on the spot. You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Did I just bow up to him and say, do it then? You want to take me down? Go for it. Way to go, Jonathan. He was not playing. I love it. I love it. Yeah, sassy badass Jonathan. I should put you down. Do it then. Come on. Exactly, you're not gonna do anything. Because Lord Redgrave knew he couldn't take me. That was a fun Dr. Reed moment right there. See, we're gonna miss some of that because it's gonna be. And see, that's the thing. I'm gonna have no idea what morally bad Jonathan or Johnny is gonna be like.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
No time to lose then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Alright, so we're gonna go upgrade, and that'll be it for this part. Just gotta remember where the freaking hideout is. There we go. Alright, we went all the way up to level 24. So some districts might suffer until I get to them, which I am going to have to do that before the final part. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get this. I'm going to have to find him, maybe. I'm going to have to figure out how to get this district to healthy. Oh. Okay, cool. That worried me for a moment. I was like, wait a minute. Good. I need to get this healthy, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Alright, so we're gonna call it here. Let me get out of here. Okay, we'll just stop it here. Alright, so that's gonna be it for part, what are we on, 11? Yeah, part 11. Did I get that wrong? I hope I didn't get that wrong. What part are we on, guys? Do you guys remember? Part 11? Okay. So, that's going to be it for part 11 of my Vampyr walkthrough / live stream. Hope you guys really enjoy this part. Like I said, we're only a chapter or two away from finishing the game, so that's exciting. As always, if you are new or if you've just been watching, if you enjoyed the gameplay, the story, or my personality, feel free to hit the subscribe button. It means a lot. If you're watching this after the fact when it's uploaded, leave a like and a comment. I love interacting, and it just makes my day. to see, you know, the comments so I know people are watching it. If you want updates on the stream, since we're getting close to this series being over, follow me on TikTok at SgtParson's. It's the same name. Will be hard to find. That's where I'll be doing my updates, saying what the next game will be after the evil Jonathan playthrough next. As always, I stream every Tuesday and Saturday, 11:45 Central Standard Time. But as always, even in the live stream chat, thank you guys for showing up. It means a lot. But that's going to conclude part 11 of my Vampyr walkthrough / live stream.